Well, JaneFrances joins us via Zoom in the studio here in Lagos. And of course, he joins us to shed more light on what is happening in the team's camp. But Jane, thank you for joining us. How many players can you confirm are in camp now? We know 39 of them were invited to resume to the camp on Sunday. On your last visit to the camp, how many players can you confirm have already been in the camp of the Flying Eagles?
Well, of course, Emmanuel, you understand what is at stake. You snooze, you lose. So all the players invited are in camp because normally it starts with home-based players, and you have to do a lot to prove that you deserve to be here. But then also beyond the players that were extended an official invite, also know that there's an open window for some of the players. Maybe they saw in the last tournament that didn't go with them, or they weren't able to see who can come around. They're not in the camp, but they can come and be part of the training for the coach to see them. Mm-hmm. So we have a little above the 39 players that were invited in the camp, all at the training ground of the Flying Eagles.
You spoke with the technical crew led by Coach Ladan Boso. The team went to the African Under-20 Cup of Nations, finished third. Losing to Gambia in the semi-finals, but of course picking the ticket to the World Cup. What is their plan for the World Cup now? Yes, they haven't decided. They didn't know who the group opponents will be now, but the draws will hold on Friday, like you earlier reported. But what are they putting in shape? What are they putting in place to ensure that the team is ready for the tournament, which starts from next month?
All right, so they're doing a lot. The coach, spoke so much about the challenges they surmounted going to Egypt, ranging from the passport issues where some players will swear with their father's grave that they have just one passport, but when you get to the registration or visa application process, so it's they discover that they have more than one passport. It's scandalous to do that. Two of the captains or people who were being positioned to be the captain of this team, the captain from the WAFU tournament had the passport issue, and also the one who took over that eventually went to the tournament with them also had the passport issues. So they had a lot of passport issues, and then also the medical exam, the PCMA exam that the players have to undergo before the tournament. Some of the players, I think about 5 players, had that problem before they went to Egypt, and they had to make a quick change to the team. So looking at all this is one of the things that, he's talking about, that they have to have like a large pool so that when you have these challenges, you have a credible replacement, a good replacement, a quality replacement, to sit in for whoever that has this passport issues. And then he also talked about the fact that some of the other countries who are going to be in the World Cup. We're talking about 24 countries who are going to be in Argentina for the Under-20 World Cup. So some of these countries are already have worked on their cohesion, maybe because they have, an age grade league where the players get to play more often, know themselves, understand the pattern of football they're playing. Some of them are already in camp. Some of them have already started playing, test games, preparatory games. But for the Flying Eagles, we're still at the level of selecting players. We don't have the concrete 24 players that we want to take to this tournament. And that begins the headache because we have barely 1 month and a few days before the tournament starts. So that's the first of the headache. And then he talked about the fact that he has to do, an orientation and reorientation. So whatever type of football they know, he has to in some way try to take it out of them and teach them the kind of
Well, Jane, it's quite disheartening that at this level of football, under 20, you still need to start schooling your footballers about how to go. Of course, we're going to stay with you. We're going to stay with you in the coming days. But let's know, are there test matches being lined up for these boys? Now that the camp is fully
on the home ground,
active.
Yes. On the home ground, yes, Emmanuel. They're going to play a couple of academies in Abuja. But then for that type of friendly, you're looking at international friendlies. That would have to be when they travel for the proper camping of the World Cup. So far, the NFF have not announced any country, saying that Nigeria under 20 will be playing them for preparation for the World Cup.
Okay. JaneFrances Nweze, our correspondent in Abuja, thank you for joining us to give us more insight into Nigeria's readiness for the FIFA Under-20 World Cup.